The purpose of having knowledge, and to be ignorant while we live in a universe that is full of knowledge and we don't learn it or try to understand it, that within itself becomes a sin, because it's all there for you. Everything in nature has a purpose. The stars, the moon, the sun, all have a purpose, and they all perform their purpose. Ants, bees. Have you all looked at ants and bees? Ants and bees are phenomenal species. And I tell you why. Have you looked at how they are organized? How they are organized, and how the queen ant, not the king ant, the queen ant, and how she rules, and how her clan is in obedience or automatically knows what needs to be done without her saying anything. They are organized. Bees are organized. Have you looked at how bees get the honey out the honeycombs and all of that stuff, and how they make it? It's very interesting. But like I said, if you look at them, they are organized in the workings that they are performing to achieve one goal. And they are working together. They are not fighting one another. They are not killing one another. They are not shooting one another. They are actually helping one another, serving one another to build for themselves to become the giant of bees. Think about that. Now, sadly, the current state or the condition in which Black people are in, our intelligence and actions are lower than that of the bees and ants. Think about that. Incredible. Ants and bees are smarter than the Black man and woman that's here in America. That is incredible. All around you, you have people that don't like you. They actually surround you. They actually come and put businesses in your community. They really don't like you, but they like your money, and they know that you are foolish enough to spend it because you're too silly enough to not build something for yourself. PTSD, post-traumatic slave disorder. That's what Black people got right now. Post-traumatic slave disorder. If we don't get some sense about ourselves, we will be doomed. As our ancestors told us, as our past leaders told us, like Garvey, like Drew Ali, like Elijah Muhammad, like Malcolm, even the minister before he went off into the Scientology thing. Okay, but it was always to do for self. So there is no big question about what you should do for yourself. And like I say, the white man, he should just go ahead and give us reparations anyway. Okay, they should just go ahead and give us reparations, because half of us are just going to give it right back anyway. I'm just saying, they might as well give it to us. But I really want you to think about also why they won't. Maybe it's because you are still a slave according to their constitution, as I spoke about in my last video or two. We are doomed if we don't get some sense about ourselves. Think about it. If we don't, we will be hungry, naked, outdoors, imprisoned. And imprisoned means what? According to the amendment number 13, being a slave. 50 million Black people across America, grade school, high school, colleges, universities, still ignorant, Still ignorant. Go to church, get your Jesus fix. Go to the mosque, get your Allah fix. And then what happens? Boom! Or you go up in flames, okay? Ignorant. Your Jesus nor your Allah has power over their own enemies, okay? So what should that tell you? What should that tell you? You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. Ignorant. And the quality of your knowledge and education is your measuring stick against you. Real talk. There's an old cliche, the fruit don't fall too far from the tree. Well, the same thing is with your knowledge, especially after you say that you are educated. Now, if you are educated, yet are not producing, that means that your education is useless to your growth and development. How many college degrees do we have out here? How many businesses do we have in our community out here? Purpose of knowledge. And yes, the educational system is number one suspect, okay? But the purpose of knowledge is to serve, is to build, and to become a God. That's right. The purpose of knowledge is to serve, to build, and to become a God. And if you don't think that you have the capability to become a God, then this conversation or platform is not for you. Go back to your Jesus and your Muhammad man over there. Okay? Think about that. If you don't believe that you have God, if you don't believe that you have the potential to become a God, then your scripture that you say you abide by and believe in, you actually contradict it right there, because in both books, even in the Torah, it tells you that you are a God and that you will be God-like. And I mean, in the story of Adam and Eve and Satan, even Satan told Adam that he will become God-like if he ate off that tree, right? Tree of knowledge of good and evil. But God told Adam, according to the story, God told Adam that if he eat that tree, he shall surely die. Now, after Adam did eat of that tree, what did God say? God spoke to his homies, whoever the us is that we already spoke about. He said, he has become one of us. Purpose of knowledge. Now, if you don't believe that you are a God or have the potential to become God-like, because I know some of you still can't accept that you are a God already. You're just not using your common sense because, as I stated, you've been robbed of it. But there have been people who have come 100 years before that has been leaving the same message and telling you how to get there and how to reach that goal, but being robbed of your common sense, you can't seem to get there.